And we're live. Hello. How's your day going?
Good. How are you, Kyla?
Doing good. I'm glad it's the weekend. I just went to a concert last night, so I'm a little hungover, but I think I can make it through this.
Yeah, same. It was a late night for me as well. It
Yeah,
was good.
what were you getting into?
Work, late nights, regular kind of stuff, working. I can't really go over everything all at once, but
Right.
it's good.
What do you do for a job?
Right now I'm working at a children's development center for ASD autism students.
Oh,
So I'm supporting them to try and like learn life skills and basically succeed.
that's awesome.
So,
I love that. That's so cool.
yeah.
How did you get into that? That's really cool.
Well, I'm doing my psychology degree right now, so finishing up with that. It's a co-op placement mainly, so looks good on my transcript basically, and I just want to try and help people wherever I can. And now that things are changing so significantly with technology and all that, I want to try and help the younger generation like achieve those goals, milestones.
That's awesome. I love that. That's a super awesome goal. And good luck on getting your degree in psychology.
Thank you, thank you.
I know it's an interesting field for sure. Do you feel like ever since you've been taking psychology, you like try to read people now?
I find that friends and family want me to try and like understand themselves better, but I can't make an assessment unless I know every single detail. It's not like that. But I can see like different things because my background is in business mainly and technology. So I try to use psychology to see like market trends and buying, purchasing decisions from consumers mainly.
Okay.
So I can see like incentive for different ideas and topics, especially in the community for
Yeah,
that.
awesome. So
Mhm.
speaking of the community, when did you join Vivi and what got you involved?
So I joined Veve back during the Golden Moments time, actually in November. My first drop was the Elsa drop, so it was actually a lot of fun, and I was so difficult to get into the drops during that time, and now being able to actually secure a lot of these amazing like collectibles for so cheap is like a dream come true. Because I don't know if it would have went to the moon so quickly, I wouldn't have been able to.
I can definitely agree with that. I'm definitely appreciating this dip right now. I doubled my vault easily because of the dip, so I definitely appreciate it too. At first, I was like a little bummed, but then I was like, okay, I have to look at this as an opportunity and take advantage of it. So yeah, I think that
Exactly.
the turnaround was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, I guess.
Yeah. It's good to see, like,
Yeah.
because I think a lot of consensus. I watched a lot of research about like metaverse and NFTs before getting into VV, and I tried buying on like OpenSea and all these different other platforms, but it wasn't easy. And just hearing like Logan Paul and a lot of these big influencers talk about NFTs, they're saying like a lot about IP and how it's going to be important because you don't even necessarily need to know that it's an NFT, just the character itself. So it's 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 what mainly drew me to Vivi in the first place.
Awesome. Yeah. So, what's your favorite IP that Vivi has?
Disney.
Of course.
Disney is the main reason why I got in. But I love all of it. I love the decon, Marvel. Um, I like the mighties a lot because gamification element might come into play. And anything that could basically garner some utility asset value because I'm an investor first, honestly,
Mhm.
collector second, but I'm still loving the journey. So see.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have a lot of Disney stuff collected then in your vault?
Yeah, so I just this week, past weekend, I got the old poster from back in the day, what
Yeah.
they had in the 1900s. I forgot which one, the one where they used to be the Club 33 before it was changed, the
Okay.
pin.
Yeah.
And I had R2D2, oh sorry, C3PO when it came out, and then I sold it for 250, not knowing that it would reach like 2K plus,
Yeah.
which was one of my biggest things. But Steamboat Willie is my prize piece, I would
Oh
say.
yeah. Do you have the ultra rare?
Yeah, the entire set. I would luckily get on drop, so this was great. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, the animated one I don't have yet. I've been wanting to scoop him up too. Um,
Mm.
that's why I keep saying I hope this dip lasts until like 2023 because then I can actually like stack up everything that I want to stack. You know?
For sure.
But I really want to collect all the golden moments. So it's so hard to like, you know, decide which one you want to do first, or like what's the best time to like do it.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite golden moment?
I really like Lady and the Tramp, but I also love Elsa. The detail in her dress and everything is just like so superb that I can't. Yeah, she's just gorgeous. She looks really good.
Yeah, there's still so many more to drop too, so
Oh yeah,
start somewhere.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they do the Peter Pan one soon. So I don't know if you know like that there's like 50 in real life, and
Hmm.
Peter Pan's one of them. And I think that that one's gonna be my new favorite once it's finally on the app.
Yeah, I know for sure. I would have been disappointed if they dropped Vader or something in golden moment format, but
Really,
these golden moments are sick. I don't know what they're gonna do with them later on, but
I know.
I'm
Hopefully some
curious.
parts of utility, huh?
Yeah, I know. Utility, utility. No, that's the main thing about NFTs that I figured is utility.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Before I ever found Veve, I was like didn't care to like do any research on NFTs or anything. I'm just like these are just like JPEGs that you could screenshot and like say is yours. Like what's so cool about this? Like why are you spending thousands of dollars on pictures? Like I didn't understand it, but I'm glad I took the time to actually do the research and get involved because there's money to be made here for sure. And it's also so enjoyable when it's something that you're passionate about and like have such a connection with since you were like a child, you know, like Disney definitely brings it back for me, for sure. And Marvel too. Did you have any luck on the drop today?
Yeah, I got it. I was woke up like 5 minutes before, and
Nice.
it was
And
great.
woke up with 5 minutes. Hey.
The internet was acting up again too in my area, so I was lucky.
I did
It
a
was
live
good.
stream earlier. I was like on like a drop party stream, and so because I was like using my Wi-Fi to stream while going for the drop, I think that's why I didn't get it. Is because my phone's like, this is too much. Like I don't have enough Wi-Fi to run right now. So
Yeah.
I did not get it, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, you got time. I think it's probably gonna take a dip. I think in the next little while, if they drop Amazing Fantasy 15, I think, you
Yeah.
know.
My boyfriend went and like bought a couple and has been flipping them for the last couple hours. So I'll let him take reins on this one while I just
Mm.
like my interviews and chill today. I need to just drink a lot of water and hang out and take it easy.
Yeah, no, straight up. It's a nice day today, honestly, too.
Oh yeah, it's really nice and sunny here in Colorado.
Mm.
It's been like ungodly hot, like 90 degrees all week. I don't know where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, like near Kobe collects and a few of the community members.
Yeah.
It's a little bit rainy day, but I love these gloomy rainy days. Honestly, it's
Oh yeah.
refreshing.
It rained on us last night at the concert, and at first I was a little worried that it was gonna get like too crazy because it was at the football stadium and we were pretty like high, so like the wind like blows pretty hard up there, you know. So I was like, dang, dude, this if this gets any worse, like we might have to go inside. But overall, it was like super fun. We were just dancing in the rain and having a great time. So
That's it. It's a vibe. I think people need more of that now that all this pandemic kind of thing is kind of lowering down.
yeah, definitely. I feel like there's like another wave of COVID going around though too.
Mm.
So definitely be cautious and safe and wash your hands plenty. But
Disclaimers, disclaimers. No.
I don't see why we have to say that now. I feel like it's been like pretty well known that you should always be like washing your hands, but I don't know. Since COVID
Well,
happened, I it's like the new phrase. So
COVID is like a regular thing now. I feel like it's never. It's like the flu.
yeah, it's just
Um.
like a
Mhm.
strand of the flu for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows what'll happen?
COVID yet?
I've had it a couple times. One from work, and then once when I came back and my brother was partying so hard, he got it from someone. Got it back.
Dang.
It's not too bad. I got like probably the Omicron one, not too severe. It was just like lethargy mostly.
Exactly. So I got COVID too, um, sometime last year. I can't even remember. But my boyfriend was like dying. Like he had a rough time. He couldn't taste or smell or like move. His body aches were like horrible, and like he was coughing up a lung. For me, it was just I lost my taste, so I'm like in love with food. So when I couldn't eat food, I was so sad. I was like, no, this sucks. But that's about it. And then yeah, just like low energy. I just like didn't want to do anything, or if I did attempt to do something, I would be so winded after. So yeah, it definitely affects everybody in like a different way, which I think is like the craziest part about it. But
Yeah. You know, it's not fun when you get it, and I would not want to lose my taste because I'm a foodie as well. So uh, hearing people who maybe even got not their taste back even yet is even worse to hear.
yeah.
But yeah, I
Well,
don't know. I was thinking honestly about when you were saying about the NFTs boom and stuff about the JPEGs and stuff, right? I had this thought about like it's like the NFT bubble, like how it was the .com bubble even, right?
yeah.
When the internet got created, everything kind of crashed and went down after the beginning part. But then what came out of it was the Googles, the Amazons, the Apples, and such. So those that can weather the storm even now probably would be the matured companies later on. And
I like that.
seeing what people are talking about is the IPs is like gonna drive that for the most part. And you can't
Yeah.
screenshot any of these 3D digital collectibles.
I know. Well, that's one reason why I definitely like VV collectibles. Like when other people tell me, "Can't I just screenshot this or whatever?" and I'm like, "Yeah, with some NFTs you can screenshot them and like pretend they're yours or whatever." But I mean, it's all in a blockchain, so you do have ownership of this. Like it's really yours. And with VV, you can use AR functioning, so you can actually hold it if you want, only in a picture, but still like you can still have it physically with you. So yeah, I think that Vivi is definitely going to be one of the tops in here, obviously, because I'm so bullish on it. But yeah, I can definitely see them being like the Instagram or Facebook of the .com. So we'll see.
We'll see, because Instagram is going to be incorporating NFTs soon enough, I feel like, and Twitter already has that capability with the profiles.
Yeah.
So when we can have these like displayed in AR probably as our profile pictures,
Oh yeah, that would be
yeah.
super cool.
Hmm.
Who are you going to use for your profile picture?
Uh, I don't know, probably Steamo Willie.
Go
That's
with it. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Steamo.
With his little hip dance.
Exactly. You know, you need to have the animation.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know that that's David's you favorite collectible too?
Yeah, I saw it on the interview, and I saw that pump that happened. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like he's hinting at something, maybe. I don't know a
He loves
reason why.
plastics. He's just OG.
Yeah, I know. I love the speculation when he puts on his background and the collectibles are always different.
I'm like seriously like zooming in. I try to steal his idea and like switch this up ever so often. I don't have as many as David, so I can't be like that crazy and too different every time. But yeah, I'm always like zooming in and I'm like, so what's coming next? Like, what's the Easter egg in this video, you know? And so it makes me definitely looking forward to August 1st because if we don't get a or the Amazing Fantasy 15, I don't even know what the heck. Like, we have to be getting it, right? Like, there's no chance we're not.
It only makes sense, really, and I would hope so based on like what's come out so far. It's gonna be exciting to see when that happens.
Right. I was hoping that they would announce something of it at Comic Con because what better place to get to onboard new users and get the news out there than Comic Con. You just go up there and you say, "This is dropping on the first, so you have to have KYC. So if you're a new member, you better get onto it or you're gonna miss out. You know, like push those people to get on and get KYC'd and yeah." But I mean, less users, the more chances I have as well. So
The longer we can keep this bear market going, the greater it is, I think.
definitely, I would agree. Um, what is your favorite comic on VV so far? Do you collect comics too?
Yeah, I collect comics because honestly, when I was looking at this other streamer's videos talking about like how it's better to collect physical comics, I don't see it that as much so because when you keep these physical comics, especially if they're old, you can't necessarily read them, you can't take them out, they're graded, in the sun. At least with these, you can take them wherever you go, read them. And I was thinking about like speculation on the terms of like if you know Fairly Odd Parents,
Yeah.
like Timmy Turner who jumps into the Crimson Chin comics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like who knows? Like you can replay the storyline of the comics, but I'm huge bullish on like all the earlier stuff. So like ASM 1, Fantastic Four 1, Fantastic Four. I still don't have Marvel Comics yet, but I'm looking to probably acquire it soon enough.
Yeah, it took me
And
a while too, but it was a goal. So I was like, I gotta get this. And now that I have one, now I'm like, okay, I will just hang out now.
yeah, I can't like just go for one though, because then what are you gonna have to for liquidity later on? So I'm trying to get multiple.
I get you. I get you. Um, so now that we do have cash out, are you intending on cashing out anything, or are you just like gonna be holding for a while still?
I don't see the reason why I need to cash out right now. I think they implemented cash out so they can onboard more users and there'd be no complaints and support tickets of why they can't get their money out and stuff.
All the people out of the app that are
Yeah,
complaining that they want
exactly.
to.
Exactly. There's no reason for me to cash out right now. There's nothing for me to do besides the AR capability and such, and the sky's the limit with a lot of these NFTs and the
And
potential that it has.
cash out at the dip.
Yeah, exactly. It makes whatever, if people want to cash out and leave early on, by all means, like
Definitely.
they can't see this perspective. There's a lot coming, I feel like. So I'm hopefully really bullish on it.
Oh yeah, me too for sure. What's another like character that you would like to see, or like another TV show that you grew up on that you would like to see on TV?
So I know that there's a lot of licenses confirmed, but we haven't seen them yet. So Universal, I'm like super big on like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, a lot of like fantasy, sci-fi kind of things. So honestly, having seen the list of all the different licenses that they have but haven't released yet, I
Mhm.
can't even pinpoint the specifics. Pokemon for sure, you
Obviously,
know,
everybody's for
100%.
that one. It's gonna break the app. I'm like guaranteeing. It's going to.
I was saying that's why people were talking about them releasing Pokemon in April without cash out and stuff. The capability wouldn't have been there.
I was like, no, they're not doing that. Like, they're
Mhm.
just not. And they're still trying to get more control of like the bots and stuff. So, like, David will not just let a huge like herd of bots like pick up all these Pokemon from us. Like, he will not allow that. So,
Yeah,
I doubt.
definitely.
I was just waiting for KYC since they were like KYC for like I don't know 4 AMAs in a row. I'm like, okay, well, when though? When KYC?
When KYC was the big question a year and a half ago too. When
I know.
KYC,
I know,
but
but
it's here.
it's here.
FUD busting
You're
101.
yeah, exactly. You're all KYC'd up and everything, right?
Yeah, yeah. Full KYC. I have cash out available if I want to. Just I'm holding for the next little while for sure.
Yeah, I was just looking more forward to, like you said, now I could actually get my friends and family involved because they weren't investing in something where their money was locked up in. So, yeah, I'm just like more excited that now I can actually get my friends and family to come join me and have some fun in this app because now they don't have to worry about their money being locked somewhere they can't get it. So, that was the best
Yeah,
about KYC for me. Of course, we do want to cash out eventually, but I'm in no rush by any means to go sell any of it. So yeah, we're gonna watch this just go up and party hard when we're at the moon.
honestly, until the VV verse comes out, at least I don't want to even look at it. Even I see my vault value, I'm just like zoned out of like all that.
I don't
Really,
look at it because it fluctuates so much. Like, why even like worry about
exactly.
my vote was like my vote was hundreds of dollars more today. Oh, now it's dropped like this. Like, I feel like people that are doing that is they're just like stressing themselves out, you know? Like
No,
just
bro.
let it
Mhm.
take course. If you picked up a good mint that you like and like it's a collectible that you like, hold it and just like watch what it does. You know what I mean? I don't know.
For sure. I could have said that too about Steamboat Willie when it reached 8K in the beginning. But it's holding sentimental value. It's iconic.
Mhm.
Every time I watch a Disney movie and I see Steamboat Willie pop up, I'm just like, yo, I got that. I got that.
Yeah, and
It's
now like
fine.
their whole new intro, instead of it being like Tinkerbell flying around, I feel like most of it is Steamboat Willie now, just like doing his little dance, and then it like shows like Disney. Have you like seen any of the newer Disney movies?
Not really. I don't have Disney Plus again. I got the golden moments, right? So I got the trial and used it, and
Yeah,
then I just canceled it.
come on,
I'll
it's
probably get it back.
only 9 a month. It's cheap.
I know, I know, I know.
It's the series and all the Marvel stuff. The
I'm probably gonna try and convince to maybe like cancel my Netflix and then get Disney Plus because, like, honestly, Disney's got so much content now.
yeah.
National Geographic. There's a lot of educational stuff for older adults too. Stars. So it's
Yeah,
catering for the whole family now. It's really good.
yeah, I really like it. I I do spend a lot of time on Netflix still too, but yeah, they don't put up enough like new stuff to keep me interested. I just like I literally have Netflix for like Stranger Things, and that's it.
What do you think of Stranger Things?
I love it. My gosh, I want some more Funkos, that's for sure. I want a Demogorgon. I'm gonna go buy one. But yeah, the series is so good, and I can't wait for the other one. I hate like watching it week to week, and then so we like binge watched this last time. So we just like watched them all the way through, and now it's like, dang, now I have to wait again. Like I just hate having to wait.
One time enough is never three. You have to watch it over and over. Like so many things you miss in these shows, honestly. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Maybe
Netflix is having a tough time, I find, also, really, because they can't produce all this content and people watch YouTube podcasts for an hour coming on every day. I saw they were talking about the business model for Netflix isn't fully sustainable the
Mhm.
way it's working right now. So they have to look in how they're going to adapt because they're not making enough for the amount of production value they're putting into these content that they're creating.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure my friend Randy just said on another stream that it cost them like millions of dollars to make one episode of Stranger Things. Like millions per episode. Like that's just one episode. That's like, whoa, yeah. Like how are they making any money if they're spending that much on just like an episode? Like whoa. So
Yeah. Well, I know. I hear they're talking about like Web3 meta kind of like immersive experience, similarly to Disney in the background. So they've been doing like a lot of interactive shows I've seen, like the Black Mirror, Bandersnatch, and
I
these
like the
different.
Black Mirror though. So
Yeah.
like, did you watch all of them?
Oh, I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. Yeah,
So you know the one
100%.
where they like put the chip on their head and then they are like out, but they're like in another realm. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I imagine the metaverse.
That's why, like literally, Neuralink. It's BCIs. The end thing is my thing. What I'm thinking is the brain-computer interfaces. Like the AR glasses and the contact lenses and stuff is the short term, but you can't fully immersively interact unless you have like the whole haptic glove suit like in Ready Player
Yeah.
One. And honestly, later on with the BCIs, perhaps like Neuralink and similar ones like that, you can actually be immersed in like a whole world and experience like things
Oh,
that
to give like your body and soul up for like to like go into that. I don't know. Kind
people were,
of to think
yeah,
about.
it's
Like
a it's a
it's
little much.
but
Yeah.
it seems like what happens to my body like while I'm in there.
That's the thing. If you get trapped in there, then maybe it's I don't know. At that point, I'm just honestly me personally. I just want to experience like the limits of what we have to offer because so many people can't experience a lot of things based on like physical limitations,
Mhm.
right? So something like a brain computer interface for someone who's paralyzed or doesn't even have access to like their basic cognitive neural functioning is gonna like basically give them a better quality of life in the end of the day, right?
Yeah, see, that's awesome. I love that you tied that back into like your work life. That's so good.
My psychology, I try to empathize with different people's situations a lot
Yeah,
of the time. Yeah.
that's, I love
But who knows? Like people say like don't when we were kids, our parents said don't go close to the screen, don't go close to the screen. Now the phone is like right in front of our faces and then
it. Yeah.
eventually like this, but the technology's developed so fast. Like the blue light that comes off these is so suppressed and the experience is more immersive because a lot of things are so barren nowadays. When I was talking to a friend and he was saying that back in the day, a lot of kids used to be outside playing and stuff. Most of them are now indoors playing video games and experiencing life in a whole new way.
Yeah.
right? It's good to get a balance of both of it. And I think these AR capability of glasses will get people more outside again to
Yeah.
see all these things that.
That's what I want. Like that's what I really want. That's what I brought up in a couple of my other streams too. I don't want people to just be like stuck inside and like on their computers having fun. Like I don't want them not having fun, but like it's good. Like the sun is healthy. Like just even if you have to take your game outside and play out in the yard or whatever, just get some like vitamin D and like hang out
Mhm,
indoors, get some fresh air. I don't know.
100%.
If
And
I
honestly, yeah.
felt like, okay, you have 2 hours for games and then you guys could play outside or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just like melt your brain away into like the web.
For sure, for sure. It's just I think, and also a lot of these things nowadays, they see these superheroes on screen. A lot of people want to be the superheroes nowadays too, right?
Yeah.
And my perspective, maybe even one day that people would be like, remember those days when people used to watch characters running around on screens being superheroes? And now we are the superheroes embodying these characters in a way and living storylines that may not have been possibly experienced before. And it's motivation. Like you see superheroes, you want to like keep working out and getting stronger. So you go.
For sure. I agree. And that would be pretty cool to like be Spider-Man and like going through the city like on your own webs, but actually like feeling like you're the one like swooping through the city. That would be super cool.
For real, for real. The
Not just
experience is
but like you feel it. Yeah, for sure.
honestly though. Who knows? Like we'll be walking around maybe in the next few years when Apple's AR glasses and all these companies release their tech,
Yeah,
and people will be able to see the same things and experience whatever they are intermingling around the community. You're walking around, you see Dragonite flying above you in the air. You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, actually seeing these characters come to life. It's
yeah,
like what we've been doing our entire lives, but now it's just fully
it's
perceivable and visual. Yeah.
yeah. That's really cool. I love your ideas. I love to. We have to speculate more now of what's coming.
Oh my, I can go down a huge rabbit hole speculating about all these things for real. I just
So
need to have that brain
the
thought.
mighties because of the gamification? Like, how do you are you like? Do you think it's like 80% chance there's going to be gamification? Like, you know it's going to happen. You just are waiting, or what do you think?
I'm hopeful because I see Decon, they're showing the Marvel Mighties off so much, and just it makes sense. Like, why would they release these characters in this format? And David used background in gaming and experience and all this. So I could see like, and these Marvel Mighties, the amount, there's over like I think 200,000 out there now, being part of like some play to earn type game where you can get Omi
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps like rent them out as utility later on with the OUP program. So it would be really sick to have these Marvel Mighties actually be able to do something like that. Really. And
Definitely.
that's why my whole thought is on the Marvel Mighties right now because they're so cheap.
Yeah, they're so cheap right now, right? It's crazy. All these FA characters and like they're like so low. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I kind of want to go pick up a Green Goblin while he's down.
Oh, Green Goblin, that's on my list too. I want to fly around on the glider,
I
straight
know,
up.
or just to push him off the glider. I just want to be there. I don't know if I want to be ugly Green Goblin.
Yeah, really. Okay, I got a question for you. If you could choose right now, if you were to go and pick a skin right now from the collections that we have, what would be your go-to skin to choose from?
Like, who would I be?
Yeah, who would you be?
Probably Death, just because she looks so good. I like her
That's fair.
a lot. Um, or probably like Stitch,
Oh,
the
oh,
Ultra Rare Stitch, because he's looking so cool.
oh no, definitely. That's a purely artistry piece, honestly. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
and I know a lot of people love Stitch too, and he's trading for so low as well. So what that's gonna, I know.
I have 6 hands. I can do double of what I do now. What's
Yeah,
up?
really. That's interesting to think about. I'm gonna like now that cash out is here, I'm gonna be telling like as many people as I can because when I give my perspective, it's hard for other people to understand and realize, I think, a lot of the time what I'm trying to like express
Mhm.
because the vision is not necessarily there and you can only do so much. So I try to bring it back now to like how it's been for the past like 10 years, especially with video games that have been out. this has been going on for a long time, not necessarily having the classification of owning it as an NFT,
Yeah.
but CS:GO skins trade for thousands sometimes, Fortnite skins, all these different skins of things that are actually not even owned by you, and the company could take it away at any willing time. You can actually have possession of it and use it however you want.
Yeah.
So it's been going on. It's just now that there's a term for it. And where 20 years ago you couldn't own things digitally, now you can. So that's, I think, the brain block I think a lot of people have is like, how can you own something digitally? I can just like copy it with a JPEG, screenshot it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's on the blockchain. It's decentralized. You can see it legibly.
Exactly. Well, and then my friend, he was just telling me last night because at the concert, I was trying to take some pictures of like my collectibles in AR like while there, and he was just like, I understand like they're cool, like this is fun and everything, but I just know like a press of a button, you could not have any of that. And I was like, what do you mean a press of a button? And he's like, um, all we need is like an apocalypse or something to happen, and the um wow, why can't I think of what it's called right now? Like all of our power gets turned off, like we have no power anymore.
Yeah.
Um, it'll come to me anyway. And so he's like, then we won't have phones or anything like that. And I'm like, but I think if like the end of the world was happening, I don't think any of these NFTs really will matter anyway. I feel like that will be like our last problem is that we don't have access to our NFTs.
The last hurrah of NFTs
Grid,
before it even started.
it is the grid. If they
Yeah.
like turned off all the grid and like we had no power or electricity anymore and like the world was ending, it's like I don't think that anybody was worrying about their NFTs if that's the case.
You got to look at the potential possibility, because if you keep focusing too much on the now, like people find, and then a lot of people get left behind in that regard. And I saw, like, when the power was out here for literally one day, the Rogers connection went down across the board here in GTA. These kids at the center, when I was working that day, every 10 minutes, this one kid is like, can we call Rogers? Can we call Rogers to get the Wi-Fi and internet back? He was like having a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
And because it makes their livelihood, I find, a lot of people easier
Mhm.
for the things, because they can't engage in the world necessarily how traditional people do. But if it all went away, it might be healthier for the short term, but it's not going to be something that is sustainable, because the life we live, a lot of people would have more hardship, honestly, I think. And
Definitely.
these kids, I find, they like, every single time you ask what they want to work towards, what they want to do, the answer is always computer, technology, iPad,
Yeah.
a lot of the times. And I don't
Right.
know if that's predisposed from the technology itself, but they're able to interact more efficiently, I find, than if they would have been traditionally here. Because someone like people like them maybe might have been left behind, who knows, when this wasn't available to them. And at least now they can function at a level that so-called traditional standardized, like, neurotypical people do
Yeah.
function, and be able to raise the bar a little bit on their levels.
Definitely. I can agree.
So it's a give and take both ways.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't grow up like wealthy or anything like that. So like, while a lot of my friends had like a computer already at home and like they were able to like check their MySpace and everything like that, I was only able to do it when I was over at their house, or like I didn't have a computer to do my homework. So when they were using like the internet to help them out do their homework, I didn't have that capability. So I definitely understand like they definitely when you had the web access, like you had an advantage compared to the kids that like didn't have any kind of web to like lean on or do go to. But all I know is I would be super lost all the time if I didn't have GPS on my phone. um, I we would like type
MapQuest again,
Google
back in
Maps
the day.
and be like, okay, so this is where we have to go, and like I cannot imagine trying to look at a map while driving by myself. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get in an accident or something. Like,
Straight up, straight up. I remember those days going out to the boonies and with a MapQuest, wrong directions 24/7, the way.
so, I mean, it's definitely helped out and advanced a lot of things. So, I mean, it kind of does suck because you become more like lenient on it. Like now, I don't ever feel like I have to remember how to get somewhere because I can just pull it up on my phone. So I
Hmm.
think that there's like you have to also like find a good balance of like not leaning on it too much and like needing it all the time as to like needing it when you actually like need the help or like whatever, you know what I mean?
No, you're right. You get dependent on it, right? If you have all this access to it, and then you can't do without it. But the simplicity, I think, behind all of this is what's really important. Things should become simpler, not more complicated. I think now that we have the capability to be doing these things, it's a focus of just making things more straightforward instead of like conflict, obstacle, right? So it's just removing those barricades in between for all these different technologies, like with the Disney Accelerator program, for example, how they've partnered with Polygon and a lot of like AI web development companies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how these NFTs develop on that front as well. Could become like AI as well. These exponential technologies are gonna start converging in the next little while. I saw like a article a little while back where the estimate for the convergence of exponential technologies like AI, Web3, AR, whatever, was going to be in 2045, and now they're saying it's 2030. So, and then at that point, it's unstoppable to get around any of that. But at that point, people are worried about jobs being lost, all this. But you're not going to have to even do those jobs because the capability and access will be there. It's going to basically allow you to have more free time to work on creative things
Yeah,
necessarily.
I agree.
Because if people could have access, half the world doesn't have access even right now to a lot of things. So we're commendable, like Elon Musk giving internet to people in like Africa and giving access for people who don't have food, even with like vertical hydroponic farms that can grow 10 times the amount of food than traditional methods.
Yeah.
Um, People maybe like when I figure right now is they're kind of here in their bubble and don't give the perspective for actually the mass majority that are having more difficulties in a lot of cases. When you look at the world that's going on today, even the war is still going on and a lot of people aren't even talking about it as much anymore, I find. And it's a dilemma when you look at where all these obstacles come from. It's a lot of people are handheld, I feel like, in a lot of cases nowadays.
Yeah.
They expect everything here and now. It should be given to me. I don't have to put in the work for it.
Yeah, they don't
And
have any patience for it or um persistence, I guess. They're just like, oh, it didn't happen, like something else will come through. And it's like, no, like stay on it. Like make it happen for yourself, especially if that's something you wanted to do. Don't just like throw it away because it wasn't instant gratification. Like don't do that to yourself.
exactly, we wouldn't have gotten where we are today if we would have given up, like where we were. Like the people who, even us now, calling moon boys and all these things that unsustainable.
Moon boys?
Moon boys, moon girls, moon
I
boys.
like that. I've never heard this. I would love to be called Moon Girl. You can call me Moon Girl all you want.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're a moon girl now. There you go.
Thanks.
You know? It's people have to be there to break the boundaries, honestly. Otherwise, things will never progress. And if things don't progress, then we're just stuck where we are. And then ambition and drive for growing and becoming better is not there, which humans are always been progressing. Technology's been a thing, which is why my title is called Technology Possibility, actually.
I love that too. It's super cool and catchy. I
Yeah.
love that idea.
Because if you look at it, everything is technology. Everything we've built with our hands and crafted to make life easier, the wheel was technology, even. That's
Definitely.
what it is. Mm-hmm.
Even creating fire is technically technology. You
It
have to
is
like, have the tools to like get it started.
the greatest human achievement, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you,
So,
oh,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. I just think that it's gonna be cool to see the way this world moves. We're in a brilliant time right now,
Yeah.
and I'm actually so grateful to the age that I was born because things are moving along so fast, and the experience of being along for the journey is gonna be tremendous. Honestly, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. If you don't mind, how old are you?
I am 24.
24. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I'm 26, so we're not too far apart from each other.
Mhm.
Um, did your parents ever tell you that? I mean, my mom has told me this before, but she's like, it's funny because we thought that by 2000 we'll be in flying cars, and I'm like, well, why would we ever want flying cars though? People don't even know how to drive regular cars that are like on the road, like on the ground. Now you want everybody to be like professional pilots and like driving around like.
Oh my.
And
Yo, that'd be I saw that back. I saw a picture of some kid who drew in the late 1900s what the 2000s would look like. Flying cars, flying cars.
yeah,
No.
maybe
First, we need to get automated, I think.
you said what?
Sorry. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying maybe in the metaverse we could fly our cars.
Ooh, yeah. Race our DeLoreans, flying DeLorean.
Yeah.
Speculation. Speculation.
Fun. I want if we get spaceships like that, I want have you seen Home with Rihanna and the little purple alien dude? What's his
Mm,
Blue Blood?
I don't think so.
What?
Tell me. No.
Okay, well it's amazing and like her ship's so cute and I would have her ship to drive around.
Oh. You know, exploring these worlds and things, it gives me the chills, really.
Yeah.
Who knows? The Millennium Falcon, if that drops, you know?
If it does, it's coming
Yeah,
eventually.
I'm sure. Oh my.
Drop all the fire stuff right in the beginning and then have no dope good drops for the future. They have to make sure that they keep us entertained and on the edge of our seats to keep us going.
Exactly. Like thinking like here it takes development so much longer to achieve things that you can dream of, but you can create it so much easily in the digital format. So there's a lot more experiences to be had in cases, right?
Definitely.
But the driving of these cars, people nowadays is we're gonna see these Tesla automated take over. I feel like.
Oh yeah. Have you been in a Tesla before?
Oh yeah. I've driven a Model 3 and it's life changing, really.
I've never drove one, but my sister just got one recently, a Model X. So I've just been
Nice.
bike riding with her. It's super. It is really cool. Like you do feel like in the future for sure.
And these people sleeping in the back of their seat on the highway, driving down automated.
See, but I don't know how like I don't know if I'm like willing to put my life in technology's hands just yet.
That's fair. That's fair. For sure. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but the technology might start convincing you itself, you know?
I just like that it's more eco-friendly for the environment.
Mhm.
So once they start actually getting the Tesla semis like going, and these companies
That's true. Mhm.
are being more energy efficient too, that's a big thing. Obviously, I love the technology possibility of the future and everything like that. But I also care about the planet itself, and we can't keep that on a back burner. So it's good
Definitely not.
that certain things are still working towards like keeping global warming under control and all that kind of stuff. So
100%. Honestly, you can even see it from the perspective of these collectibles too, because you don't have to go through the material creation of it, where there's the carbon emissions and whatnot. And VV is carbon neutral, so it's literally there's no front end damage.
the batteries are really good are really bad for the
Yeah,
environment.
yeah.
Um, but hopefully you don't have to go through like your battery all the time, like so much. Here, let me
No,
charge
yeah.
your phone's gonna die. Oh no. Sorry, 1 second.
It's all good.
Yeah, go to a concert all night and use it all freaking night for um recording
What
video.
concert did you go to?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ooh, Red
Yeah,
Hot Chili Peppers.
it was amazing.
Wow. That must be a nice throwback vibe for real.
Oh yeah, dude. And man, how much is this? Okay, I might have to move you around.
Mm.
Sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah, it was super fun. The crowd was live. The friggin' some girl above us fell down the. It was like at the stadium, like a football stadium,
Mm.
and so she fell like 3 rows above us, like down, and fell
Wow.
right into my friend and knocked her into the girl in front of her. Yeah, it was like domino effect. It was crazy. So that's why
Jeez.
we ended up leaving. We were just like, okay, it's time to go.
Never a dull moment. Chili Red Hot Chili Pepper concert.
But it was a really good time, other than my friend almost knocked out.
Well, I hope you had a good time nonetheless. Still, we
Oh
had a
yeah,
concert here too. For the weekend was supposed to be here, but during that Rogers lockdown, it got canceled.
no.
Yeah.
You were supposed to go. You had tickets and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I was working at the arena actually there, and we were set up the night before and literally set down the day after with no event to go on.
Dang.
It would have been a lot of fun though,
What
really.
do you think about like concerts being like AR or like in the multiverse? Like you just buy tickets and go to the concert through the web.
So that's interesting for sure. So you see it with Fortnite. They did Travis Scott, Ariana Grande. These people performed. So we can see like a lot of people who don't have access to going to these live events will be able to from the comfort of wherever they are, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually be immersed like on stage, partying with the person who's performing in a sense, and be able to interact with these performers on a more one-to-one basis in some ways. Because when you go to these concerts, you're covered with the crowd, and you kind of get like overshadowed, and people sometimes can't even go to these concerts at a sustainable rate. So you'd want to have that access to going to see these performances, because like if I wouldn't have been able to go see the weekend concert in live in person, they could have done it through like a virtual format and still been able to in
Yeah.
person, because people came out and they had to be turned away and leave, and they missed out on the experience because of the physical missing part that was there.
I know that some people are like, oh, you have to be vaccinated to go into this venue or like blah blah blah. So like now if you have it from the comfort of your own home, now I don't have to worry about like being updated with my vax or like having a COVID test that shows that I'm negative 5 days before the concert and all those kind of like little things too that you don't have to worry about. You can just go enjoy your time.
For
So
sure. There's a lot of things you can actually make it a lot more fun and immersive too by giving like artifacts in the concert if you're going in the metaverse too,
yeah,
like souvenirs as well to bring back.
definitely.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how they'll do it.
Right.
Uh Live ones especially, because the VR tech right now is not like clear enough in ways, so they have to make the resolution better so you can actually feel like you're there more,
Yeah.
so because it's a little bit nauseating, I think, when you see it from like the Oculuses, unless you have like a Vive or something. Those ones are better, but still having the bulky headset on is restricting. You can't dance or nothing.
I feel that,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe what do you think? If you had to guess, I would say maybe like 2026, 2027. Like give it 3 to 4 years.
I think that's reasonable, honestly. Yeah, that could be, because I think I don't want to like put it out there, but I've been hearing that because I look at all these like dates of speculation of things coming, but you don't know for a fact. If Apple's AR glasses are planned to come out next year, I'm sure like all these companies will be rolling out their tech in the next few years as well. And sustainably, I could see it 2026. Yeah, that makes,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a reasonable timeline for sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
But then another thing is like I know that we've already like figured out a lot of it and have advanced a lot, but like I mean, video games like if you look at original Nintendo, very like 2D game. You just like walk through this like straight line, and that's like what the game is. And then now we have it to where you can actually like walk around in the world, not just like on one page. And so I wonder if they have to like go through all those steps, kind of like how when we figured out how to make it better for gaming. Like if they're gonna have to figure out, okay, well, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I get what you mean because the development has changed so much. When I used to play Pokemon on like the Nintendo
Game
Game
Boy.
Boy Color,
Yeah,
like there was no color, it was literally just pixelated, and now you can actually see these like so clearly in person, and they've reframed everything. It's like David, you saying it's not gonna be Ready Player One from day one.
yeah,
It has to start from somewhere, and a lot of these people are groundbreaking. The good thing is now that we at least have a reference to what it would be like from a
yeah.
lot of these movies and shows, so they can actually try to build off that. But it's still something totally untapped, and I'm looking forward to
Well, Elon
partying.
Musk is already. I don't know. I read something about this a while ago, and I never really looked into it again or like anything. But he's already creating like a Google chip that you like implant into your brain. So you just have like Google on command, like in your head.
That's like what Neuralink is. Yeah, Neuralink is like that.
I
They
don't know how I feel about
people. Yeah, I've been asking people around what they would if they would take the Neuralink or some kind of like brain chip,
it. Yeah,
and they don't want a brain in their chip in their head right now because the testing isn't there. They have to have it fully consumer grade patented. There can't be any issues, which is why they're focusing right now is working on trying to reduce problem difficulties with people right now, not trying to augment the situation using the technology. So someone who has like Parkinson's or depression, anxiety, bipolar, something that's neurocognitive or even a physical detriment, they can put the chip to try and elevate that capability so they can actually perform doing those things regularly more so.
yeah,
And then once that I think is all covered and they fixed the people who can't do things performing at the level of standard per se, then they will work on making the experience more elevated
yeah.
for like more so neurotypical regular people at that way. Because the technology is scary. Like if you have a chip in your brain,
It sounds like I mean like everything can cause cancer, so don't like let me just like oh cancer. But like it seems like that would be like something that would definitely do it, you know? Or like okay, I just like to just have fun and talk crazy stuff, but
no, I don't know for sure. Me too.
but like what if it's like iRobot? All you gotta do is press a button. Now all of us are like drones and we're like getting controlled by someone else. Like that's scary stuff.
Oh my. That is going to be exciting to see because the Tesla robot is actually being worked on. So it could be actually not even a distant future having these
Yeah.
robotic butlers walking around helping you during your day to day.
And
Really.
I would be cool with like a little helper. I mean, what we already have those what are they called? Rovers or whatever, those little vacuums
Hmm.
that just like
Hmm.
round on their own.
Exactly.
So
That's pure sci-fi.
yeah, we're starting we're starting to get our little robots already. It would be cool to have a Wally, tell me not. Your own little
Yeah.
Wally.
Yeah. There's this new Tesla, I'm sorry, no, Amazon robot that they showed. They kind of like sneak peek. It's not available for consumer purchase yet, but it's like a Wally actually. It like has a camera. It's got like the little eyes on the screen, and it goes around making sure things are okay in your house. It can bring you drinks and stuff too if you put it in the coaster in the back. I don't know what it's called, but it's Amazon's working on it. It's gonna be literally Wally
That's
2.0.
cool.
I don't know.
Wally.
It's I can like think about this all day long. It's just I have to bring myself back down to earth where we are.
Right, for sure. I mean, we'll be there eventually, right?
Yeah, yeah. If we don't have the global collapse and whatnot, like you're saying,
I
that's
know.
it.
Well, I'm just saying, you never know. It'd be crazy.
It's good to have that in the back of your mind, really.
You got to
But
think of all the good stuff, but you also have to realize that, like, with every good comes some kind of bad too.
hey, it'll be good to party with your friends halfway around the world. That's what I want to see, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
I know. Well, I have friends in New York now, in Canada. Now I get to add you to my Canada list. Yeah. And when we did the dinosaur promo, or the movie promo for like the dinosaurs, they couldn't buy it because they lived in Europe and they don't have AMC's. Or where were they in Europe? I don't know, but they don't have AMC theaters, so they couldn't like go do the promo. So I was like, well, I'll purchase your tickets and just send you your code after, you know? And so that's what I did. And so I made some friends even like all the way up in Europe because I like helped them out do that. So it would be so cool to just have like a huge party, like everybody come join us and we're gonna just hang out and like have drinks and whatever and play some games together. That would be so fun. Even just obviously you like Mario, you said that you used to have a Game Boy. Even if we just had like a game night where we all just like sat there and like gamed out on all of our Mario stuff, that would be so fun.
For real, for real. Who knows? Like we have that capability now. I'm seeing like a lot of these content creators are looking to make like VR streams on the Oculus, like playing poker, Beat Saber, and stuff. Like the first level to going into Web3 that way. So what we could see is it would be cool to have everybody because the thing is, a lot of this decentralized is you have a huge server capacity, right? To be able to have all these people on the system at once. It's not a central authority server; it has to be governed by like everybody. So it's about actually having that access to everybody being in the same room at the same time, kind of. So I would love to party with all y'all in the metaverse.
I know. In the metaverse, but also in real life.
Yeah,
So when everything goes to the moon and we can like actually have money to like all visit and like hang out with each other,
definitely.
we'll have to find like a almost middle area of where we can all link up.
Well, Disney World makes sense, right?
Oh, I'm down for that for sure. Like,
100%.
have you been to Disney World?
Oh no, I've been to Universal Studios, but I definitely want to go to Disney World, see the Star Wars galleries and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Have you always lived in Toronto?
No, I go from here, there, back and forth. I'm kind of international at this point,
Oh,
but uh, for now, yeah, I'm here in Toronto just until I finish my co-op and everything, and then hopefully I plan to go visit Europe, backpacking through there, and you
that'll be
know,
good. That'll
there's
be
too much to see, too much.
exactly. Like even my grandma was over in Germany for a while because she was pregnant, and so she like lived over there when my grandpa was like going to war over there.
Hmm.
And she said it's just so beautiful. She's like, I don't even need to like know their language. Obviously, it helps like can talk to people and stuff. But she's like, if you just go live in a cottage and just like get to see everything there, like it's that's just enough for me. She's like, it's just so beautiful and like peaceful there. I'm like, that's so cool. Like, ah,
It's also good, yeah, because the language barrier is a huge part when you travel across a lot of these places, and having like an AirPod in one ear and giving the AirPod to someone else, and then being able to like switch the language to their language innately and have a conversation
mm-hmm.
without the language barrier. Because I think a lot of things get lost in translation with that, so it's important, I think.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. I mean, I wish I could. That's why if I had any superpower, I always say that like being like a ghost would be really cool. You know, just like being able to like go through everything and like just be invisible or whatever, and like fly, I guess.
That's
But
your go-to superpower,
yeah, that's
Ghost Flyer.
yes. But also like just almost like I'd rather just have like the smartest brain ever, like photographic memory, like speed reading, just like retaining everything that I've ever learned, ever seen, and like actually like knowing all of it and not allowing any of it to like slip through the cracks or like not remember. Just literally retain all the knowledge. Because how cool would it be to just speak any language? Just go up to somebody and start speaking Japanese, or go over to this person and start speaking Spanish. Like
For sure.
that
No,
would be
definitely.
so cool.
Knowledge is a blessing, but it
Yeah.
can also be a curse, having too much knowledge. Because knowing from my perspective, seeing like trying to vision all these things in the future and
Mhm.
all kind of makes me lose touch of like what's here and the now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't take away from being able to speak with other people in their other languages and being able to perceive things that most people cannot. So that's
Yeah.
definitely true.
That's true.
My superpower, I think I would like to have super speed or teleportation.
And why?
Because I want to be able to get from one place to another without wasting time driving 2 hours to get to like New York from here.
But that's why it shouldn't have to be a power. That's what we need to do. We just need to have a little thing where I just like walk in the little like Rick and Morty. I just shoot my little gun, and I just
Yeah.
like, all right, and I go
No.
do it.
And you get spliced? No, no.
Nothing's like
That's the problem, right?
so fast.
It's so fast. It gets spliced. Oh my.
Do you like
That's the dream. Hmm. Sorry?
Do you like Rick and Morty?
Oh, I love Rick and Morty. Yeah. Rick
Me
and
too.
Morty's one of my favorite shows for
I'm
sure.
hoping that they are on Veve soon too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I heard they just released their new soccer cleat shoes. They're promoting. Yeah. With like some of the big soccer players out there.
That's
Rick and
cool.
Morty would be sick. I want to see you know that weird device thing with that looks oddly sexual. The flubber thingy. That's
Oh,
what people were talking about.
the pink thing with
Yeah.
the little
Yeah,
udder
yeah, yeah.
top.
Yeah.
What is that thing called? Oh no,
Oh my.
can't think of things.
No, because
I
we
know
were
what you're talking
thinking about
about.
them. What would you like to see from Rick and Morty?
I definitely want Rick because it's Rick. Um,
Yeah, for sure, the kid for me.
but I think it would also be cool to have the portal gun itself would obviously be cool, and his spaceship too would be cool. She like talks to you and like puts you in your place.
Hmm. The Plumbus is called. That's what it's called.
Thank you.
Thank you, Google. Let's go. Yeah.
You know what the plum is for, right?
No, it
No,
just looks really interesting. What's it for?
I don't know. They go over a couple scenarios in that episode.
Yeah, there's too much to see on. I would like to see the episode where they're in the hospital and they're seeing all the commercials.
Yes,
Yeah. So you
that's
know
what
that a Lucky Charms commercial. Lucky
the
Charms
lucky.
commercial.
Oh,
Yeah. There's that Lucky Charms commercial. There's a few of those interesting like nostalgic items that they put on there from like traditional real world products, which is why I like Rick and Morty. They try to connect to a lot of like memes and things
yeah,
here.
definitely. Are you talking
Yeah.
about eye holes? Eye
Eye
holes?
holes, eye holes. Eye holes is one of them. Eye holes is one of them. But also the Lucky Charms guy who they're eating him from the stomach where they cut him open and they eat the Lucky Charms.
Oh dang! I guess I don't remember that one. Jesus.
That stuck out to me because it was so like dark.
Yeah, brutal.
Oh.
But that's still funny though. I don't know. I That's the thing. Like, there's so much more to come too. Like, it's already so exciting. We've already have so much fun, and I just can't wait for more stuff. Like it's
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Let's keep our expectations high so we can keep pushing their limits. Because if we have our ideas out there that are super out there, they can kind of know where to reach.
yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
agree. I agree with that. I didn't ask you. So, were you involved in any cryptos or like NFT projects before Vivi, or was Vivi your first pro?
So I got into crypto pretty heavily and back in like early 2018. So I do own like Polygon, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Stellar, Gala, a lot of the big projects, but I'm trying to focus more on like the meta play to earn side of things now because there's too much going on in the sector of blockchain to keep track of everything. But NFTs I couldn't get into. I made some of my own on OpenSea,
I want to.
but yeah. See, I'm trying to make it animated now. So basically, when they release, the first person who buys it will get like a T-shirt that has the design on it, and then you take your camera or your lens and you put it on the design, and it'll come to like animation, become
What?
animated.
That sounds super cool.
Yeah, it's like what they're doing with the graffiti nowadays and some different things in the city, where
Yeah.
they make like stagnant designs, and then you put your AR lens camera, and it'll actually become animated and start moving. So.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. I didn't even know of this. Technology is already here. What?
Oh, it's already here, and it's only gonna keep going. Fingers crossed.
I know. That's so cool. Well, you're definitely gonna have to let me know when you got the animation part going for sure, because I definitely want one. That sounds super, super.
You'll be one of the first to know.
Okay, thank you. That's
Uh,
awesome. So, do you hold Ethan now too, or no?
Pardon me?
Do you hold Omi?
Oh yeah, that's one of the biggest things I was looking to try and get. The access was so difficult because I couldn't do it on Bit4X or any of those. So when Ascendex came out with their staking program, I bought about like 200, and I'm still trying to accumulate as much as possible right
Okay,
now. Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I know it was a little confusing to me, but luckily I had a friend walk me through it on Bit4X, so I figured out how to finally get it. I just invested like $300 in the other day, so I finally held Omi too. But that was the first crypto I've ever bought. I've always been like skeptical on crypto, you know.
Yeah.
Um, you just never know where it's gonna go. um, but now that I'm so invested in Veve, it only makes sense to invest in Omi as well.
No, for sure, for sure. This I don't know, people are saying the bear market could go lower, they're thinking, because everything is super inflated still. So I don't know, I'm trying to dollar cost average into Omi right now, just because of how fluctuating it is. But no, I think like the main thing I'm trying to focus on is now the play to earn kind of like metaverse sector. So there's a lot of like AAA titles out there that are focusing, and Omi is not even classified as a metaverse play yet, even.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very under the radar, trying to like look into it. Yeah. But I would, if you're looking into like play to earn, kind of like metaverse, Illuvium is good. Wilder World, Star Atlas is really cool too.
Have you heard of the fish?
Fish, I did. I own a fish.
You own a fish?
I own a fish.
I want to see
Proud
what
owner.
it looks like. I don't have ETH, so I can't buy a fish.
Oh,
I
you,
know.
you can always get it. Just transfer it to your wallet.
I know.
The fish are
But
cool.
I wanted to be an Omi though. I don't know. We'll see. I barely just
Yeah.
did that like a week ago, so
You don't know. Like we're gonna have like Omi rewards from playing with the fish supposedly, and the content's gonna come out for 8 more months. They're saying.
and it's gonna help burn the Omi. So
Exactly.
I know, man. I know. I want to. What does your fish look like? What color is your fish?
Oh, it's a little blue guppy fish.
It's a little guppy.
It's a little guppy fish. Yeah.
Yeah, got a little guppy.
Yeah. No, there's some cool ones out there. Like my favorite.
Drops work? Is it a drop, or do you just go in there and like select the fish you want to buy, or?
No, so there is the way you can buy it from the drop where it's randomized for 0.033, or you can buy it from OpenSea, which people have already bought, and the floor right now is at 0.04, it's looking like. But when you randomize it, you can get like something really cool, even like one that transforms the fish itself. There's like a multicolored one that's got multiple powers and asset skill classes.
So
Yeah.
definitely worth just going and minting my own instead of buying one.
Yeah, no, you got probably a better chance. You're gonna get it for cheaper, and you'll be able to list it for more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool. Hopefully, I can get a really cool fish.
well, we can battle in the arena when you get it. Let me know.
Oh man, but I don't know. How does the battles work? Have you battled before?
I tried. It's a little bit.
Or like you gotta like have aim. What is the game? What is
It's okay. So there's three things: you can attack, you can block, and you can heal.
it? Okay.
So it's about timing it to what the other person does. So if someone attacks and you block, the attack will hit them back.
Okay.
If you attack and they attack, it'll just like reset. It doesn't count. But if you heal and they attack, it does the damage. If you heal, you'll just heal. So it's very simple
Like
mechanics of playing.
an intense game of rock paper scissors with fish.
Basically, basically, that's a good description. It's exactly that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, the
Oh
mech suits are cool. It's
yeah.
pretty cool. I like how you can customize the tanks and things. If you don't have room in your house, that's one of the main things. I can't buy a tank and all this stuff, so I have my little fish swimming on my screen. You can put on the TV. It's nice to have like a little bit of mood when
Oh
you're
yeah.
hanging out.
Cool. So then you
Yeah.
can also like display it too. Like
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Screencast. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
So what are your plans for the rest of the day, Kyla?
fish. Randy keeps telling me to go get fish. I'm gonna get fish, but
Well, I don't know. I kind of got in with the hype when everyone was talking about it. That's when I just got in. It's all about that's what the FOMO is, right? The FOMO.
definitely. Um, who do you watch a lot of, like, as far as like YouTube content creators? Like,
I like to watch Andre Geek. I like a lot of investing videos. Alux is cool for like motivation. Very much educational. I use it for my research. I watch Cavell for sure. Superstar Money, all the big content creators for sure. Kobe.
trying to get that superstar luck.
Yeah, no, I have to stay in tune with everything that's going on. Otherwise, there's so much.
I know. I know, and there's so many people that are like talking about like so many different things. I feel like if I miss a YouTube video of someone, I'm like, oh, I wonder what they talked about. Like I probably like not know now. And
Yeah. And it's
I,
good to see a commonality between what they're talking about and what you actually are like first working on firsthand, right?
yeah, definitely,
Hmm.
definitely. Um, are you still investing in any other like NFT projects? Like, do you still buy stuff off OpenSea and stuff too, or?
I'm not really into the OpenSea thing. I've heard of like some weird stuff about the Bored Ape Yacht Club. This documentary that came out is basically goes very in depth about why bored apes are like racist or like are trying to play like a troll thing with the people. You
What?
should watch it. Yeah, it's like an hour-long documentary that talks about like how they're playing a giant troll on people about like buying it. It's Keck community, if you know memes.
Yeah.
Basically, they're trying to like make people the fool, and they're just I don't know. I don't, and I think the Nickelodeon thing is cool, but Vivi has so much already. I think I'm just too into like all the options on Vivi.
I
That's
was
why
sad, though that we're not getting Nickelodeon stuff.
we could be
Maybe
still.
eventually,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Hmm.
I love Rugrats, so I wanted them on BB.
When you see the rankings now of these OpenSea projects, and you see Nickelodeon's like at the top, just
Yeah,
Nickelodeon. You can imagine when like these Vivi ones are interoperable and listed also in OpenSea
I know.
too.
I just hope that if we do have Nickelodeon, that we get Avatar: The Last Airbender on VV before
Oh
another
my,
one, because
yes.
we deserve FA Appa. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Oh my, no, for sure. Avatar: Last Airbender was my shit back in the day.
Yes, it's
For
like
real.
one of my favorite shows. I watched it over and over and over, honestly. But how do you feel about Korra?
I like that too. Korra was really good. Honestly, I vibed with all of it. It was good to see them all grow up and like basically. I heard they're making a new Avatar movie where they're adults in 2024. Actually,
It's gonna be
animated.
a cartoon still, like going on
Yep,
with the storyline.
yep,
That would
yep.
be awesome.
The whole OG crew as adults living
Yeah,
their adventures. Yeah.
definitely. That would be so 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 cool. I
What's your
still
favorite bending style?
I'm a water sign, so I guess I would have to say water, right? I
Mm,
think air is the best technically because if you're an airbender, you got all the elements technically because you can still use air to pick up water, air to pick up dust, and
that's
like
true.
or like so like if you are an air element, you pretty much kind of are the other elements too. So I don't know.
That's fair. No, I don't know. I just always say Avatar. I'd be Avatar. All
you
the elements at
are,
once.
you just need all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Why limit?
Why limit yourself? Well, I mean, being water would be cool though. I like how it's like kind of like in Moana, how she just like rides on the wave, like the wave's like her pet, or like I don't know, being a person in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that'd be cool.
Animorph. Yeah.
Like ride a wave. Like what's up?
Well, that'd be really sick. Not gonna lie. Having like a water dolphin you can ride on.
Oh yeah, so cool. Well, and that's what I was talking about too. So I'm really excited. It seems like Vivi's been doing a lot of stuff with like movies and promotions now. So I'm really looking forward to December because the new Avatar movies coming out, but not like Airbender Avatar. The Blue Avatar
Mm-hmm.
is coming out
Mm-hmm.
in December,
Yes.
and I can't wait. Like, I hope that we get some avatars, like, or like the dragons that they ride. I really, really hope that they're setting that up. Like, he says, I'm
No,
serious
I'm,
though. Fire drop.
no, it would be insane, really, though. Honest. I love the Avatar. It broke box office records, and they've pretty much made the next 4 films coming out consecutively each year. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
Oh, me too. So much. I know you said you went to Universal Studios, and I heard that they have a lot of like 4D interactive rides.
Mm.
When I went to Disney World, they had some that were like that, but definitely not as many as it sounds like Universal has. But they did do one in Pandora, like where you are riding on one of the dragons, and it was like one of the craziest and like awesome experiences I've ever had. So I definitely want to go to Universal Studios now too, because if all the rides are like that, like oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Like that's so cool.
Definitely. It was really cool when I went back in the day, and they've added a bunch of new stuff. So I definitely want to go back. And Disney World is on top priority list for places to go visit parks.
Definitely.
What's your favorite ride at Disney World?
Probably that
That one? Oh, okay. Okay.
easily.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool. Like you like feel the dragon breathing because you're like sitting on this big like machine and like it breathes. So like you can feel him breathing and everything. I don't know. It was just so cool.
Wow.
um,
The description doesn't do justice. I have to experience it now, for real.
yeah, seriously. Like me telling you is not even half of how amazing it is. The lines, of course, very long, but so worth it. So worth it. Um, but my favorite, I might be a loser for saying this, but I don't care. I really like Epcot.
Epcot. I've heard of Epcot. I don't think I've been there. No.
So Epcot, the park, like it's just you tour around the world pretty much. So they have like China and Italy and Mexico, and like so you're pretty much just going through
Oh
all
yeah.
the world. And like it'll have like their characters like wherever they are in the world. So like for example, Coco is like in Mexico, so they have like cute little things all like about Coco and everything. So I don't know, like Epcot's just so cool.
Epcot is part of Disney?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
one of the
Okay.
parks there.
That's really cool. Yeah, you just literally go like on a world tour from like the single park spot at Epcot.
Literally,
Wow.
it's so cool. Yeah, it's really cool there.
Well,
Um,
that sounds really
I don't
cool.
think they have rides in that park. I could be wrong, but I
Is
think
it
it's.
like you go on like a train, a bus, and they kind of like take you across every area?
I'm sure that you probably could catch like a little golf cart or whatever and like go around, but it's not like really super duper big. You could. It's just one huge loop, so you pretty much just walk it um, to go through the whole world or whatever. Um,
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like I'm just saying, I don't know if you're like huge on roller coasters or anything, so
Mm.
maybe you don't want to go check out that Epcot when you go to Disney World, but it's really cool, and it takes like maybe 3 hours to walk all the way through. So I
I'm a I'm a huge thrill seeker. No, no, don't. I'll go on any of the roller coasters. It's not even a
yeah.
question, really. Anything that's like super, give me adrenaline rush. I'm always for it, for real. We've
Have you
got
or anything like that?
pardon me.
Have you gone skydiving or anything like that?
I've been to the indoor skydiving, not like actual skydiving,
Yeah,
but I've done like zip lining and like some extreme sports. Like I do parkour and all these different like
nice. Parkour.
intensive
It's
body things.
kind of the opposite.
Parkour,
Parkour.
parkour,
Parkour.
parkour. I'll jump around right now on the bed. No, seriously, yeah.
That's cool. You're like a straight ninja then.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm trying to be more anime like
I know
myself.
you like, of course.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward if Naruto or any of Dragon Ball or any of these stuff drops.
Oh
My
yeah.
gosh.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
No, I know a lot of people would probably enter Vivi just if they drop anime for sure. Like
Yeah.
some of those big ones.
What's your favorite anime?
All time?
Yeah, all time. All time.
Tough question. I would probably say Naruto, just based on how. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know, cause I've watched the entire thing where he starts off like in the slump, in the worst place, and then basically just becomes the best ever. It's really
Okay.
inspirational. That's why.
Yeah. See, I've never really watched Naruto, honestly.
Yeah. Which one is yours?
Don't hate on me. I barely started getting into anime like a couple years ago.
Oh,
But I don't know. I really enjoyed the Castle in the Sky movie.
oh yeah, Studio Ghibli. Hmm.
Yeah, that was really good. I
Hmm.
really liked that one. And then I like to say The Last Airbender, but technically it wasn't made in China or like whatever, so it can't be considered anime, which I think is whatever. Anime just means it's a cartoon character, but whatever.
No, I think it does classify. I would say Last
That's
Airbender is an anime, in my opinion. Yeah.
yeah. Even though Nickelodeon made it, it's still anime. So yeah, them. I like that, and I just now started watching Demon Slayer because my friend recommended it to me, and it's kind of sad, but yeah, I'm liking it so far.
I heard the animation is really, really good. Like when you watch Demon Slayer, yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think it's really.
Speaking of anime, though, I was just thinking, there's this show called Sword Art Online, which is
Sword
a
art.
Sword Art Online, SAO. And there's also a rendition of it called Gun Gale Online. It's really interesting. You should watch it. It kind of gives you like what VV could be, a perspective of it. So basically, in the beginning, it's a world built on a headset, virtual reality headset, where you're immersed into this digital world, and they get trapped there. They're trapped there for like 9 months.
Just like I said, you could get trapped. Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they're basically like fighting to get out, and it's like they build so many like cool relationships, and
So
then
cool.
like out of it comes like a seed where they seed basically can create. May anybody can create their own metaverse digital world.
What is this called again? I'm. Hold on. Where can I watch it? Actually, is the real
Netflix,
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh my god.
Sword Art Online. Yeah.
When did that come on Netflix?
I think a couple years ago. There's like 3, 4 seasons though. You can watch it throughout the week.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to because I went to Netflix trying to find animes to get into. My friend's like, you need to watch more anime, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do. So I started Netflix, and I don't remember which one I started playing, but it was god awful. Like, holy whoa! I was like, I don't know, this maybe Netflix isn't the spot to go for like anime.
Yeah, most people would say Crunchyroll. I feel like for anime.
Bro,
Crunchyroll, yeah, Crunchyroll.
is that one good?
Well, Crunchyroll is the anime depot. Like they've got like almost
Oh,
every anime. Yeah. Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and then can you just have a membership? I feel like my friend said he was giving me Crunchyroll.
Yeah, yeah. Subscription. It's similar to Netflix. You pay month by month, and you can get access to all this content. Same way. Yeah.
So I'm just have to get Crunchyroll.
I don't have Crunchyroll, honestly, but
No.
that's because I don't have time to really watch shows as much anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy
But
with work and NFTs now.
there's too much content out there for me to like watch these anymore, honestly.
Aw. We're gonna make time for some fun.
Yeah, yeah, for real. I'm just looking at it from where it's gonna be, and then I need to make sure my mindset is there. That's why.
That I
Hmm.
get it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, thank you for having me on, Kyla.
yeah, of
It was
course.
great
It's
talking with you.
super fun speculating and talking with you about what's to come, what can come of all these exciting things that are going on in TV right now. Um, Again, if you guys don't follow him, I put his Instagram and information down in the description. And I didn't even catch like your real name. Do you want me to call you like NSC or like you just
You
like
can call me Nick. Nick is cool.
Nick?
Nick, yeah.
Cool. Well, it was nice to officially meet you, Nick. And I'll
Pleasure.
Instagram and yeah, follow him because obviously he's super smart and knows a lot about what is to come with all the technology that we have. So, but yeah, thanks for spending some time with us, everybody, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys.